Welcome to Film News. A lot of great stuff has appeared in the few weeks I've been away, so I'm going to move fast this week to get us caught up on all the stuff worth getting caught up on. First, bad news. Jeremy Saulnier has quit and/or been fired from True Detective Season 3. This is a damn shame. Saulnier is known for directing Green Room.
This'll be over soon, gentlemen.
And one of my fave indie thrillers of the last few years, Blue Ruin. He seemed like a perfect fit for this show. The official explanation is scheduling conflict, but Saulnier's tweet about it suggests his leaving wasn't all sunshine and lollipops. The main theory is he couldn't get along with the show's writer Nick Pizzolatto. There have been rumours for years that Pizzolatto is a difficult guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is true. I still hold out some hope for Season 3. Let's see. Eric Bana has been cast in the title role of Bravo's adaptation of the Dirty John podcast. If you haven't listened to the podcast, or read the articles it's based on, it's worth checking out. It's a great true story about a nasty piece of work attaching himself to a rich woman and refusing to let go, even as his very, very dark past is revealed. I think Bana could be great in this. He gives good psycho.
Now tell me this, right? Why would I shoot a bloke, bang, and then put him in the bloody car and whiz him off to the hospital at 100 miles an hour?
Hospital driver?
It defeats the purpose of having shot him in the first place.
A ton of promising films have popped up in the last 2 weeks, so we're going to move fast. Need a movie about a sleazy old Italian guy? Who are you going to call? Paolo Sorrentino. Sorrentino seems ideal to make a film about Silvio Berlusconi. This teaser trailer isn't giving much away, but it's in line with Sorrentino's beautiful visual style and philosophical tone.
Maybe she didn't like you. Maybe she knows you're poor and haven't paid your rent.
We finally got a trailer for Under the Silver Lake, David Cameron Mitchell's follow-up to It Follows. This looks brilliantly weird.
Subliminal messages. From Silver Lake to the Hollywood Hills.
Hopefully it's Mitchell's Requiem for a Dream and not his Southland Tales.
Under the Silver Lake. It's crazy here.
What about the money, Paul?
This year's other Getty story has started on FX. Trust is getting mixed reviews, but the first 3 episodes are directed by Danny Boyle, so that's worth your eyeballs alone. And from what I've watched so far, Donald Sutherland is fantastic as the old rich fuck Getty Sr. I'll link to an interview with Danny Boyle and writer Simon Belfoy about why they decided to tell this story.
Come down with me now to Howard's End.
Do you have any interest in watching the 7 millionth BBC costume drama based on a classic novel? Neither had I until I saw it was written by Kenneth Lonergan, the writer and director of Manchester by the Sea, and one of my favourite films, You Can Count on Me.
You're fired!
I'd be a little nervous about firing an employee I just had an affair with, okay?
It's on Stars now and getting great reviews, so I'll put aside my fears of BBC costume drama blandness and give it a go. Michelle Pfeiffer is getting rave reviews for her performance in Where is Kyra, but I'm sharing this because it's shot by one of the best young DPs around, Bradford Young, and he seems to be selling the atmosphere nicely, with practical sources and lots of underexposure.
Padre, enséñame el camino del fantasma de la justicia divina.
I'd never heard of director Ryan Prowse, but his debut feature Lowlife is getting great reviews and looks to have a weirdo energy to it that I'm well up for.
The baby's coming! You Nazi prick!
Ma'am, not cool calling me a Nazi. You don't know my struggle.
Now let me ask you a question. If you'd spent several $1 million making a Mad Max knockoff, would you sell it in a trailer that looks like its titles were built by a blind 8-year-old with an Etch-a-Sketch? I guess James Franco needed the money for legal fees. One of the best DPs in the world, Matthew Libatique, has been running the American Cinematographer Instagram account for the last few days. Check it out. IndieWire breaks down the truly don't give a fuck what you thinkness of Joaquin Phoenix. Jim Carrey ain't making a lot of movies these days, so he spends his time tweeting out his paintings. Rolling Stone looks at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's rise from wrestler to one of the most bankable stars in the world. If you're interested in learning more about the work of Bradford Young, the DP who I mentioned earlier, Wolf Crow has a breakdown of his cinematography.
He also operates his camera most of the time, whether it be handheld or in dollies.
The Scriptnotes Podcast has a recent interview with indie producer Keith Calder. Really worth a listen for filmmakers, particularly to hear him talk about the things festivals tell you to do, which he thinks are a bad idea. While we're on podcasts, Mentorless continues to deliver the interviews that cut past the fluff and ask the questions indie filmmakers want the answers to. And Scriptlab has a write-up of the career of the man who was mad as hell and wasn't going to take it anymore, the great writer Paddy Chayefsky. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate the people who take the time to watch these new videos. There's so much stuff out there at the moment. Going forward with this video series, I really want to find the work of interesting directors, writers and DPs and connect it with the people who are interested in it. I uploaded a new video essay yesterday, a mere 15 months after the last one, so if you haven't seen it, please check it out.